So, not that long ago, we actually released a video, this one, that deals with preventing duplicates within Noloco. And one of our team members actually had the idea of, taking everything that I mentioned in that video and kind of like compressing it and packaging it up into a very simple script that you can just copy, paste, update a little bit. However, it could be intimidating for some people who have never looked at a script in their life. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. First things first, a quick demo of how this whole thing works. Basically, I have a list of items. I also have a connected Airtable database, as you can see. I want to make sure that items with the same product ID, well, we prevent them being created. Let's go ahead and test this out. I'm going to add a new item. And let's say I start with toy, product ID toy. And you can see how now I get this little message that basically says, look, product ID is unique in items catalog. What about toy plane? Now here, something else happens. Product ID already exists and the button disappears. In other words, I can't click anything. That is the brilliant simplicity of how this whole system works. I'm gonna show you what the script looks like, but if you are too lazy to copy it, there's a link down in the description below where you can fetch the script for yourself. Now that we've seen how this whole thing works, let's go ahead and build this out together. This is the script, as you can see, and I'm going to take you through this. It's fairly painless, to be honest. Maybe the first time that you're going to be doing this is going to be a little bit weird. However, on the second, third, fourth, fifth project or implementation of this thing, you should be a-okay. There's about six placeholders essentially that we have in this particular script that we need to fill in. We have our Airtable base, and essentially we need to grab this little Airtable base ID. Now grab yours, don't grab mine, and we need to paste that in here. The next thing, I'm just gonna have to be careful a little bit with this. Next thing is the Airtable key. Essentially what we need to bring here is a personal access token. It's in the Builder Hub over here under your account. So jump in there, jump into personal access tokens, give the token a name. The scopes are just the read scopes, the ones that I've used here. Pick your database and press create token, and you'll be given a personal access token that you will need to paste right in this spot here, and I will paste mine later. This is where it's getting a little bit more interesting. The next thing is we need the input field ID, the Noloco input field ID. Let's go ahead and add this in. Where do we find this? So we can find it in the actual form that you're trying to dedupe in. So in my case, I have my Airtable database where we have our product ID and it's sitting in my items catalog. Essentially, I have a form in my Noloco instance where I'm creating a new item. In this case, I have my product ID field. What I need to do is right click and then press inspect. And this should give me over here, if I open this up, this should give me this, the input called data test ID. I think it's this one. So copy that. Just make sure that you pull the right thing. And I think it's this one. It's the input field. There we go. So I'm just going to copy that, bring my script back, paste that in between the quote marks. Then the Airtable field ID. So I need to jump into Airtable, grab my product ID, copy that, bring that in, paste that in. The Airtable name, the Airtable table name. So this is it. Items catalog, paste that in. Perfect. And then the button ID. So the button is this particular button, the save button. So let's just inspect that as well. And that should have data type name. I think this is it. So I'm just gonna take this data type name and apply it in there. Let's go ahead and paste that in. Paste. And that's basically it. All I'm missing is my personal key. Now I'm just gonna apply it. And the next thing that we basically need to do is jump into our settings, jump into custom code, and paste this in. I've now just pasted my personal access token in there. Press publish, I'm just gonna jump back into my app. I'm gonna refresh my app and let's test this out. Let's say I wanna add a toy, like a product ID called toy. Searching. Product ID is unique. Perfect. What if I said toy plane? Ooh, product ID already exists. And you see what happened? My actual button disappeared. Now we probably need to figure out a way to, make the CSS prettier. However, it works. It's preventing the input. Just a quick reminder, if you do want to get a copy of the script, it's down in the description below. Let me know if you found this fun. I found this super useful. Let me know your thoughts and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.